All right, you guys, this is video number 2 on my Thriving Through the Holidays series. Yesterday we talked about your lifting workouts and how to make sure you set up those lifting workouts for results and success. So if you haven't seen that one, make sure you head on over and watch that video. Today we're talking about cardio. So most of us are not gonna be able to get through the holiday series maintaining our physiques how we want without a little bit of cardio. Some of us can, and if you can, that is super awesome. More power to you. But I, unfortunately, am not one of those people. So when it comes to cardio, we have 3 different kinds. We have your traditional HIIT or sprints, we have Metcon, which is metabolic conditioning, and we have steady state, okay? So when it comes to most bang for your buck calorie-wise for time, you wanna stick with either Metcon or HIIT, okay? Steady state is great, but it's not gonna be the biggest bang for your buck time-wise, okay? If you really are stressed and need to just clear your head and get out for a run, go for it. That's great for that kind of situation. But if you're like, I have 20 minutes, you get in and you do your Metcon or your HIIT and you do it hard. Okay, so let's talk about what these 3 things are. Your HIIT. Most of us do not do actual, real HIIT or sprints, okay? By definition, high intensity interval training is your all out sprint like a bear is chasing you. You are gonna fall because you can't possibly move your legs any faster kind of run, like on the treadmill or something like that, or you get on a spin bike and you just go as hard as you possibly can. And you can really only keep up this intensity for probably like 20 seconds, okay? I know for me personally, I'm not a born athlete, I'm not a born sprinter. It's really hard for me to get up to that intensity in the short amount of time. So, it is hard for most of us to do true sprints, okay? So if you can sprint like 30 to 60 seconds, and that's as intense as you can get, but you can hold it that long, then that's great. Go ahead and stick to that. 30 to 60 second sprint followed by a 30 to 60 second rest would be a good version of HIIT or sprints, okay? The next thing that I like to do, this is actually my favorite way to do cardio, it's called Metcon, so metabolic conditioning. This is when you string together a little circuit. So the circuit might be like 2 to 3 minutes long, followed by a minute rest, okay? Every exercise in the circuit is going to be hard, but put together, it's like brutal, all right? So some examples to include would be burpees, actual sprinting outside. Like I like to sprint for 30 seconds, then do some burpees, then run back, then jump rope, and then do some burpees, and then you're like dying by the end, and you really need that 60-second rest, okay? So skaters are awesome, jump squats, box jumps, any cardio machine at the gym where you're just going all out. Medicine ball slams, slamming them on the ground, medicine ball throws where you're throwing it up in the air. Anything with battle ropes like double arm slams, single arm slams. What I don't like to put in HIIT circuits that a lot of people do, and I don't really agree with this, I don't like to put lifty type moves into the circuit. So I wouldn't do like burpees, then some push-ups are okay because they keep your heart rate up, but I wouldn't do burpees and then like some sit-ups and then some walking lunges and then a sprint on the treadmill. Do you see how that's got like some lifty things in there? I like to keep them all cardio based for the most part, all right? So that would be Metcon, 2 to 3 minutes, all out intensity followed by a rest. I repeat for as long as you have for your cardio. And steady state is where you just get on a machine or head outside and or a workout class would usually be steady state, and your heart rate intensity or rate of perceived exertion stays about the same the entire time. This is a level that you can maintain for 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes, okay? So it's a little bit less intense, obviously, than that HIIT or the Metcon training, okay? So if you're going into the gym for some cardio and you only have 15, 20 minutes, definitely stick to the HIIT sprints, okay? And if you're gonna try that, I would recommend 30 to 60 seconds followed by a 30 to 60 second rest on a machine. Usually body weight movements, besides, for me, the exception would be burpees. I have a hard time getting really, really hard in just a minute, followed by a rest, okay? Another thing I like to do for Metcon, which I forgot to mention, is Tabatas. These are so awesome. They are 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off for 4 minutes. So you're doing 8 intervals followed by a 1-minute rest, okay? So choose one exercise, like say skaters. You're gonna do 20 seconds of skaters, 10 seconds rest, 8 times for 4 minutes. Then you rest for a minute. Then you can choose another exercise. So if you have 4 exercises, you got a 20-minute workout right there. super, super awesome, okay? So hopefully this gives you some ideas of ways to structure your cardio when you're short on time and you need the mega calorie burn. Don't miss tomorrow's video where we talk about the power workout that you want to schedule on every single holiday or party. See you guys then.